In addition to working with the ear, we're going to do a lot with the skull or back of the head in this tutorial. To begin with, we'll focus on the back of the ear again. What we're trying to do is get the nice shape of how the ear just pulls away from the skull. We're just trying to get this loop here to match up a little bit tighter with the ear so we get a nice tight transition from the skull to the ear. And also, to aid, kind of improve the shape of the ear, we're selecting this back portion of it. We're going to just slide it out and rotate it in a bit. And then once again, we're just trying to tighten in the general shape of that ear, the geometry there in the back. And we need to exaggerate this a little bit, just because the geometry is smoothed, it rounds it out even more. We want to have a fairly tight edge in there. So this joint between the ear and the skull, we need to adjust. This will go all the way around the ear. One note, this ear is going to have a earlobe that's detached. So here we're working with the edge of where the kind of the cartilage loop that goes around the outside of the ear, so that we create a tighter curve as it's so smoothed. Another thing that some people kind of forget is that the ear, the inside of the ear, actually goes into the skull quite a bit. So that's why I selected those points and slid it in. We're going to start working on the back of the skull now, just using the lasso tool to select these points, and we'll just quickly slide them in. Now we just go back and refine the shape for those edges that now got a little messed up. You can see there's a little bit more work that needs to be done around back behind the ear. And we also kind of created a very sharp corner as we smoothed it out. So we'll go back in now and round that out. So you can see how easily we can make these modifications. Now we're just making a little adjustment to the neck. It's still very fat or wide in that spot, but we won't worry too much about that right now, as we'll focus on it as we extrude the neck out from the head. Now I'm going to do a quick smooth test, just see what areas might need more attention. Don't worry about this dividing edge, it's not going to be too accurate. But you can see the loop around the outside of the ear isn't too bad, but here at the top we have a little crease or dimple that we need to take care of, and this front edge here is a bit too sharp. That needs to be smoothed out. Also, I'm not too happy with the corner of the mouth. The top of the head is still a little blocky, and right here on the ear or eye, that needs to be adjusted. And we'll focus on the chin once again as we work on the neck. So that's what we'll be doing in future tutorials. You can see on the whole the general shape of the mouth and the nose, eyes, I think are quite nice. We'll adjust some little refinements and Going to work on the back of the head a little more.